Yeah.
What about the question I just asked?
I don't know. Is it a question?
Or that one? Yes, it is.
What about my questions on life?
Well, so today we're going to be covering station strategy-wise. We're going to be showing a lot of different spots, the main different lanes, and we'll do a little bit of, some quick practice on those lanes. So 5v5 practice. So first thing we're going to do is Alpha, just because it's the kind of the closest for security. So let's get started. So on Alpha, there's generally three kind of lanes of play. There are the left and right sides, depending on the side you're on. So for Insurgents, this is your left side. Then you have your right side. And then you have your middle lane, which is generally kind of above or below based on the side you're on. So for Insurgents, the right lane here generally consists of, you can kind of identify it by the windows call out right here. And this is generally kind of windows. You're covering right side and kind of the middle to the left side here. It's pretty good if you can have one person Alpha. And the middle, of course, is up in heaven up here. This is heaven, purgatory, and all that. This is the middle lane, all in here. Then you have lower, or hell, sorry. This is the end of the middle lane. Just starts from here and goes to windows. This is the middle lane. And of course, the insurgent left lane, security right lane is over here, where tin is. If you're playing here, I recommend if you're fast on your feet and you have an SMG, you can sit right here. You can basically run from here and kind of slide into here. It's pretty good. Get some good kills. If you're not that fast yet, you're not sure, what you can do is you can sit kind of right in the frame here, prone, and then watch the cross over here. It's pretty good. Things to note though, if you are here, you can't cover the middle lane. So someone could, like sneakily kind of run through here and then right in the middle through here. So you're leaving that open, which means if you have somebody playing the left side, you gotta be careful of that. So if he's playing over here, or he or she is over here, you gotta be careful of that. So, and of course, if you're over here on the left side, grenades are thrown very commonly by most people to get these guys over here out, and even in here. So please be careful on Alpha for that. So, a trick you can do if you want to hold left lane safely is to prone up on the stairs here and just watch it. Pretty good coverage. You're generally going to be pretty safe from most grenade throws. So if I throw a grenade over there, I'm sitting right here, I'm generally going to be pretty safe. It won't actually kill me, so it's pretty good. It can wound me, but it won't kill me, which is an important part. In terms of covering middle lane, the best way of doing that is to have somebody actually playing lower, which you can achieve through bridge over here. You just run up and you kind of sit right here, right against this frame. You can look up and see into heaven and kind of watch that area. You can see the little heaven window up there. Right up there. Pretty nice. That's why I recommend playing for hell. You can kind of play up here too if you're not sure, but it's better to kind of play underneath and just kind of watch it. And if they push you, you can just kind of run back and get out of there if it's too dangerous. So that's generally how to play Alpha. There's also one extra kind of unofficial lane, which is the kind of side lane. For Insurgents, it kind of starts around here, next to Candles and rear Alpha. This is the parkour rock up here. And it starts at parkour rock, if I can climb up here enough. It runs all the way through Ridge, and it kind of runs over here towards the middle and then that back side of Alpha. Or front side, actually. That's the kind of unofficial fourth lane. So that's Alpha. Be careful of people flanking, of course, in this unofficial line here and the ones in the middle as well. So that's pretty much it for Alpha. Something to note as well, Insurgents can also crouch right in here and get really good spawn kills if they're thinking people are not going to push through here. So it's pretty nice. The best way to counter it is to basically avoid the area or flat throw a grenade in there, which is pretty easy to do. You just toss a grenade like that and you're good. Something to note as well, these walls here are bangable, so you can't shoot through these walls here, including this. And of course over here. So if you're in this area, you are vulnerable to being shot outside. So shoot out of it as well. Which would be kind of nice if you know someone's tin, for example. If you're sitting right here and you're trying to cap Alpha, and someone calls tin, you could, in theory, open fire and kill the guy tin. So kind of nice. That's pretty much it for Alpha. You guys have any questions?
Is it tough to mostly just try and cover the middle lane, considering how open it is?
Not really. If you're going to be playing middle lane, you just basically sit hell and just kind of wait for any action on the left or right side if they push there. At that point, you know, I wouldn't recommend sending one person for security only in hell, because that's really pointless, you know, because they'll just move to the inside lane and just kind of take it over and then just flank around and kill you. So if you're going to be sending one person alpha, don't just play hell. Maybe, you know, I almost recommend probably playing the left part up here and just holding back, watching the right lane. Then once you know it's clear timing-wise, you'd come up and watch this one. Otherwise, it's pretty... yeah, it's not really meant to be played with one person, meant for two. It's also very important to lock down control of this area, because with an overview, you have a huge area of the entire map open if you don't have alpha, including over here. So having this locked down is extremely important to success. On a side note, this is, again, Sniper House. Pretty good little spot if you want to see across. And, let's see. So on Bravo, there's 3 main lanes. There's the ridge one, there's the middle one, and then there's kind of the side one, which has, you know, blue tarp, stilts, and shrine. So the left lane, it's kind of similar to ridge. You basically run up the A ridge up here. You gotta avoid the pre-nades, or you just wait a second and stand back while they blow up. You then push out, and it goes all the way to the back of Candles. This is the side lane of Bravo. There's then the mid lane of Bravo, which starts at the boat here, and goes all the way through here, and runs through here, and goes out into the area you started at before, kind of the ridge area. The third lane is the river lane, or kind of the side lane. So you can either run inside the river, which is loud but can be kind of unexpected, or you can run on the side of it, over near blue tarp lower, start through here, run around. You can run on the side here, it's pretty good, then run up and around and do what you need to do. Inside Bravo, the main calls, of course, are B barrels right here, because they're on Bravo. You have deck, you then have B house, and above here is porch, that is up here. Some places to play inside Bravo that I'd recommend are 1, barrels. It's a pretty good safe spot. You have really good overview of everything. Of course, if you're trying to see through here, you can shoot the boxes out of the way. They are kind of physics-based. Makes it really easy. The second spot that's kind of sneaky is on the side of the post up here. So one that does work really well is basically this way. Okay. The best way of doing it that I've seen is to sit and prone right about here. Again, the line's up right where these kind of mix right here. You just kind of sit there, and you can stand, and actually capture the objective from here. Might have to tuck in a little bit to actually get on it, but from here you have a really good overview, and it's really unexpected. Next up is the little tree right here. It's a really good spot to kind of hang out. If you are in here though, aim down. Don't look out like this because your gun will stick out and you'll give your position away. Kind of aim down, listen for the footsteps, which means if you're doing this, you should have a room with good comms. Once you're here, just wait. They come around the corner, open fire. Which means you can also, from here, watch up towards the Charlie area over here. So, kind of nice. Inside house, Bravo here, Bravo house. Don't recommend it because these walls are shootable with just about everything except for... everything with AP will basically shoot through it except for the SMGs, the AK-74U. AK-74 will not shoot through it. MP5K, MP45 will not go through it. But most rifles, M16, M4, MK18, AKM, will shoot through it. So I wouldn't recommend it up here unless it's your last man standing, because they will... I guarantee you there will be a team that will just shoot through it automatically, just as they're leaving spawn, you know. So I don't recommend really hanging out in here too much. Something you can do as well, which I just found the other day, which is pretty cool, is there's these little props here for insurgents. You run through here, and there's these little barrels here. There's a little pallet. Something you can do is, you can jump on the pallet, if you do it right. You can lean right, and you get a really good overview of ridge. It's a really nice spot to do right now, which I've not seen anyone do just yet. Might be kind of useful to use that. You can also shoot the wall here, as I kind of said before, into a kind of alpha area. Pretty good spot. Of course, you can jump up top and jump down and shoot through this too, so it's kind of useful. Any questions?
The top bit of the deck part is porch, correct? Okay.
Yes. This is porch, and underneath is deck. You can run right up here. You get a really good spawn camp. You can see him kind of leaving and coming up. It's really good. It's pretty nice. So be wary of that. I guarantee you, people will use it the second you use it. So it hasn't been done too much yet, but it will be. So keep in mind. If you're playing the side lane here, the best way to watch it is sit right here underneath the Christmas tree on the map. You can sit right here and watch. It's pretty good. For insurgents, there's two main really good places to watch kind of the side lane. It is this entire area on the map. You basically just run, jump, then run, jump. You sit right. You don't fall off. Right up here. It's really, really good overview. Another place that I just found that you can watch Bravo from is inside stilts here, where you basically run kind of around this way. You'd run through. You can run through Shrine if you want to, but you can basically run through here. You then run into stilts, and then you run right here. You can sit and you watch. You can watch into Bravo, and if you need to watch into Blue Tarp, you kind of move out a little bit, and open fire. It's really, really good. Note though that the wall is bangable by just about everything and its brother, except for M9, of course. So it's pretty good. No one uses this regularly yet, so. And please note those walls you can shoot through too. And with that, that's pretty much everything I got to show you for B. Any questions?
How would
Any
you
other
play Blue
questions?
Tarp? How would you play Blue Tarp?
Upper or lower?
Either one.
Okay, so for lower, what I'd recommend doing is basically running to the box here on Blue Tarp, and then just watching out. Something to keep in mind though, some people can and will shoot through the wall over here. They'll sit at Shrine, and they'll prone right here, try to shoot through here. And when they do, they will be kind of close to that area, so it might not be safe to kind of sit right up here. If you take a little bit of step back and kind of watch over here, it's pretty good. Please note though that you gotta kind of watch out for people pushing stilts. But as long as you kind of watch both, you kind of sit like this, you're good. You can also pick people across, going towards the Alpha left lane. It's kind of a hard shot though, but it is possible. If you can play upper, the best way of doing that is, this is more of a Charlie side spot, but I'll show you. You basically run up here, and then you're going to sit right kind of in between the bottom and the first stair. You'll stand right here and kind of watch across. If you're having a hard time seeing through, you can stand up a little bit and get it a little easier. It'll take some practice to get used to seeing through this thing, but once you do, it'll basically keep you alive, because you can't see through it either. So you got to kind of peek through the holes, like this one here, or this little one over here. So Charlie, there's two main entrances for security guys. There's the main one kind of towards Blue Tarp lower and around into here through connector right here. And then there's the main one where you run to the far side, the security sniper rock up here. Actually, sorry, it's up above here. This is a security sniper rock. Some people like to prone up here and snipe. I don't personally snipe, but some people like to do that up there. That's why it's called security sniper rock. You basically run through here, and then you're playing inside the Charlie area. The main lanes of Charlie is kind of like Bravo. There's a side lane here, and then there's the main inside lane here. This big old thing is Charlie wall here. The best way to push it as a security guy is to get a flashbang. Is to equip yourself a flashbang, hold it for 3 seconds, toss it, and don't blind yourself like that. The key is to basically get it over wall just in time to where they can't move away from it in time. Because unlike Counter-Strike, you can't physically move your screen away or move your vision away to block it. It will still do it no matter what. So it's proximity based like a grenade. So the best way of doing that is to kind of sit right where these connect, holding it, and then with right mouse button and then left mouse button, 2, 3, 4. Pretty good. Then you can push out. They're going to be blinded for sure. Then you can just mow them down to Funky Town. Of course, another thing you can do, it's kind of a unique spot yet, it hasn't been used yet, is to basically play out the connector spot right here and to shoot into heaven. To do that, you aim at tin. And if you notice in tin, there's two kind of colored areas. There's the yellow one, there's kind of the gray one. The yellow one is radio room, and the gray one is heaven. So when you aim across, you can actually, oh, a little laggy, you can actually aim into heaven from up here. Pretty nice.
That's
aim
deadly.
Oh yeah, and you can also aim into radio room through here.
You have to have AP for that, right?
Of course, with the M16 AP. But so again, that spot is right kind of where the ground and this wood block connect. Gonna sit right here, throw it, with a pop flash. From here, the other way to push it too. You can also push through garage here, This is the garage, of course. So the thing to note, though, you can shoot through this, which means the surges can also shoot through this. So playing through here is a little bit risky. So it's more or less concealment, not cover. So if you run in here, they can still shoot you through the wall and kill you. So I recommend really playing inside here if you're being shot at. Unless you're trying to just run away as fast as possible. Otherwise, you will be shot, of course. So
I like to play
shoot
that
through.
orange room, probably, because it's sandbags on either side and that usually. If you probably
that's
right there.
It's not bad.
Because those sandbags stop most of the bullets, I thought.
The big problem with that is you're leaving yourself basically covering nothing, especially if you're like this. Like, you can't do anything at all, function-wise. You're barely sticking out here, and you're already sticking out your
Well,
body.
if they're
and
like
it's kinda...
running after you and you just tuck in there real quick, pick the kill, and then move.
It's not bad. Something though too is the wall here for blue tarp is not bangable. So if you run in here and you're getting shot at, you will be safe until, of course, they peek around. Please also note that they don't have to actually peek around the wall. They can actually sit back here and just shoot through. Well, if you do that right. There we go. They can actually shoot you through the wall, so they're not actually that safe. Basically safe from this angle, but not this angle. So you work careful of that one. Which also means you could do it too, technically speaking. You can just aim through the wall right here and, you know, a little bit over and, you know, easy peasy. Here it goes over there. Nice. So, the other way of doing it for insurgents, I kind of showed this a little bit earlier, but over near Shrine here, if you prone right outside the door frame, right here, and you kind of get an overview of where blue tarp lower is, you can lock down this lane really, really well, and then have someone play inside Shrine and watch seawall up here. Because if for a security guy to actually walk this way, they have to touch the objective, which you'll see, of course, and you know they'll see too. So because of that, you're going to be alerted if they do the other way. And if you have one guy here and one guy here, it's a really, really good system. A lot of people will count one here. They might sit one actually a bit farther back, over near logs, over here. They might sit back here and kind of watch over here. Some people like to do that. They can also like to throw a flashbang and have it kind of hit over here. Reason being, by the time it hits up here, it's too late to turn away, and you're basically going to be flashed for sure. Then they have a flanker come up here and mow you down. Kind of common strat too. So be careful of that one. Something you can do too as an insurgent, if you are wanting to lock down blue tarp upper, you can throw a Molotov and have it land on blue tarp. You don't throw it too far. It's a really, really good one. The way you basically land it is, think of it like the candle house here is your kind of anchor point, or lining point at least. Then you kind of move basically along this tree, kind of run through, and you would basically land it in the blue tarp upper plot, which is pretty nice. So, for the note too, you can actually wall bang the stairs for Shrine. To do that, the main place you're going to aim at is between these two things right here. This is the stair level. Let me reload real quick. So this right here is the bottom of the stair, as a kind of a guideline. So you can kind of shoot up above here. Welcome back. Pretty nice. So you can use that as well. And for Shrine, of course, there is one grenade that you can do. It's really, really good. Kind of a running jump throw. You don't throw it too far, or do a crouching throw. People land. If you do it a little bit better than I do, it'll actually land inside here and kill the guy, which is really nice. So, with that, that's pretty much everything I want to show you for Charlie.
Remember Fred is dead.